Hello everyone, welcome back, and thank you so much for watching. Today I'm going to take you on what I think is the best trail to kind of get you out in the middle of nowhere, but not be too far from everything still. So we're going to be starting on Good Vibes, to Second Thoughts, to Twist and Shout, back to the rest of Second Thoughts, Good Vibes, back to the Little Park Trailhead parking lot.
This is the start of Good Vibes from the Little Park Trailhead, which is off of Little Park Road. This trail is half of a connecting trail between this trailhead and the trailhead up the road called Third Flats Trailhead. The other half is Second Thoughts, which you will see later on in the video. Going this direction on Good Vibes is a climb, and not necessarily an easy one. It is not that steep, but there are a lot of rocks in the trail, and a lot of those rocks are pretty big. They need to be squeezed between, powered over, or navigated around. Many times, the best option is to just power over them. Pick the line you think you can make, aim, and go. If you are new to mountain biking and are still gaining skills, this is a great trail to learn on. It has many different ledges to try and go up, from small ones that are just a few inches high to bigger ones that are approaching a couple feet.
Yeah.
This trail does weave around quite a bit as it makes its way up. You will reach a nice, smooth, flowy clearing, but don't be fooled, the technical climbing is not over. As soon as you enter back into the trees, the rocks appear once more and you go straight into a techie little climb with a couple more to follow. This trail will then smooth out, the trees won't be quite so close, and then you will start to head down. This is a sign that you are getting close to the end of Good Vibes. You will make a sweeping right turn down into a ravine where Good Vibes will meet up with Snakeskin and Second Thoughts.
So here's a cutoff for Snakeskin, which will take you back to kind of the Gunny Loops area. We're going to continue on Good Vibes for a little bit longer and meet up with Second Thoughts. And we have now entered a motorized area, so you may meet up with some motos back here.
Right before Good Vibes ends, it does throw you its biggest feature, if you choose to take it. This rock looks intimidating, and to some extent, it is. You can also just go to the left of the rock and not worry about going over it if you'd like.
Alright, Second Thoughts to the left.
At the intersection, take a left and begin your journey to a bit of seclusion. So far, we have been pretty close to the road. You can hear and sometimes see the cars and trucks as they go by. You have not reached the middle of nowhere yet, or at least kind of the middle of nowhere. This is where that changes. Now, there are plenty of trails that get you really out there and feeling secluded if that is what you are looking for, and I will tell you about one of those later on. But those trails tend to be a lot longer of a trail, which will take you a lot longer to complete. Second Thoughts, though, is a great trail to feel secluded, to feel out in the middle of nowhere, but actually not be too far from where you begin. And in all honesty, this part of the trail did not take near as long as I thought or remembered. This portion of Second Thoughts is fun, fast, and flowy. This is Grand Junction, so there are still some rocks to deal with, but for the most part, this section is flowy. I am terrible at cornering, especially when the corners are flat and loose. So if you're good at that, you will love this part of the trail.
Yep.
In the unedited video, this flow lasted roughly 6 minutes for me. On this trail system, that is basically an eternity of flow. So enjoy it. Good Vibes, Snakeskin, and Second Thoughts are all fairly new trails to Grand Junction as far as new trails go. As far as I know, they are the newest trails still in this area. Like I said earlier, they were made to connect the two different trailheads. The Grand Junction off-road race used to have to be routed up Little Park Road, meaning the racers would have to ride on the road to get up to the third flash system for that section of the race. These trails made it possible to stay on dirt the entire time, which is awesome. As you are making your way through the trail, you will then come to this corner, and
This is a very sandy climb here. So you really have to have your energy and your wits in the right gear. All right, I think I've made that maybe one time, if ever. Oh. But your climb isn't over. It's not as sandy anymore.
before meeting up with Twist and Shout, this trail has one more challenging climb left.
So you're gonna take this trail down a little bit, and then you go down into the gully, and then you start climbing up this section right here, and then it climbs around, and then you end up going right here and up there, and you meet up with Twist and Shout. That is a daunting climb. It's not super long, but it's steep. I know the first time I got to that climb, this trail hadn't been open very long, and it was really loose, and it was really hard. I don't think I made it up. Now it's been run down over the last few years, so it's not quite as loose and hard to get grip on, but it's still a very steep and daunting climb. It's also at this point in the ride when you are about the furthest away from anything that you're gonna be, and that's where you feel like you're kind of in the middle of nowhere. I've seen a few people back here today, actually on this trail, just those two guys that passed me going Mach 10, but you're still not too far from town, which you can see there, but you're not like super close that you feel like you're just riding with everybody and you're in the neighborhoods or whatever. So that's why I think this is one of the best trails to get out in kind of the middle of nowhere and feel like you're a little bit secluded. This little section of downhill is pretty fun too. Get you worked up for that climb. And bam, you're hit with the climb right here.
climbing isn't over, but it's not quite as steep. There might be a couple little sections that are steep, but it's not as sustained steep as that other last one we just went up.
In my best loops at the lunch loop video, one of my arguments for it being the best loop is that there's a lot of intersections that you can take to make your ride longer, more interesting, come back and join up with the best loop. And this loop, this trail I'm on now, is a lot that same way. So I'm on Second Thought. I just finished it, meeting up with Twist and Shout. And if you go that way on Twist and Shout, so coming off of Second Thoughts, if you go left, you'll meet up with Butter Knife if you would like to, which really gets you secluded back over there quite a ways. Will add quite a few miles, add some burn to your legs, and you'll have an awesome day. You'll climb up Third Flats Road and end up at, back at a parking lot over there. You can end up back here doing a loop, however you want to do it. Today I'm going to be taking Twist and Shout right, and then I'll meet up back with Second Thoughts up there, and then Good Vibes and back down to the parking lot.
Twist and Shout lives up to its name. It twists around, and there are a couple times that it made me want to shout. I did not realize how long this section of trail was, and I forgot how tough it was. It does undulate some, but for the most part, you are climbing, with some sections that are steep and rocky. So be ready for that. Mentally, I was not, and it kicked my butt. I will know for next time. As you make your way up Twist and Shout, you are making your way back to civilization, for a lack of a better term.
Short shot, down to the left.
There are a couple more intersections for other trails, and you can once again start hearing the cars and trucks going down Little Park Road, meaning your seclusion is over.
All right, the intersection of Twist and Shout, and Second Thoughts. I'll be taking a right on the Second Thoughts. If you continue up straight, you'll end up back at Third Flats Road.
This is the second little painted rock I saw along my way. It was really cool to find them. They put a smile on my face. It made me wonder how many of them I missed. Thank you to whoever put them there. I know I appreciated them. Now, take a right onto Second Thoughts and begin the journey back to the trailhead, if that is where you choose to go. For the most part, it is downhill from here. For the most part. If the first portion of Second Thoughts that I rode was mostly fast and flowy, this section is rocky. It does start out with a good flow section that is fun, and watch out for this corner. I picture people flying off of that. About here is where the rock starts, and they don't really let up again. I like rocky technical trails, so to me this is a ton of fun. Look far enough ahead to be able to pick what you think is the best line and hit it. This climb seems to come out of nowhere and is a bit tricky as you have to turn and make your way up a rock face at the same time. From there, you will make your way over a few more rocks.
All right. So this is the intersection to be finished. The first part of Second Thoughts that I did, but actually the second part of Second Thoughts, that way. Snakeskin is this way, but I'm gonna be hitting Good Vibes back the original way I came.
Good Vibes will guide you up a smooth climb, and once you have reached the top, the climbing is done. You get to enjoy the fruits of your labor and bomb downhill. You will probably be quickly reminded that you are not secluded anymore. This section of trail can be busy, so as you bomb downhill, be aware of the other people on the trail. I really try and slow down and not scare them. No one likes that.
Bye, guys.
Thanks, girls. Just me. Hi, guys. How are you? Good. Oh no, you're good. Enjoy your guys' hike. Thank you.
Remember all those ledges you had to make your way up when you were climbing Good Vibes? Now you get to fly off of them. If that is what you want to do, of course. Going down this trail can be a lot of fun. Don't forget that there are still a lot of tight turns, trees and rocks that are sticking out at all angles that are just waiting to snag your shirt or an ankle or derailer if you aren't careful. Again, this is a great trail to improve your skills on, as now there are drops of all sizes to go down. There is cornering, there are plenty of rocks to get over and around. Try things multiple times if you need to. Then, before you know it, you are back at the trailhead. You have just ridden the best semi-secluded trail in Grand Junction. Not only were you able to get away from everyone, hopefully, but you also got to ride on multiple different kinds of trails. You start out with a rocky technical climb on Good Vibes that leads you to a fun and fast flow portion of Second Thoughts that leaves you with a steep climb that will give you second thoughts about taking this trail. Twist and Shout will then throw a really good climb at you that kind of has it all. Flowy climbs, rocky climbs, steep climbs, and it may make you want to shout. Then starts the rocky portion of the other half of Second Thoughts that will sure to test all your skills, but also put a huge smile on your face. That will continue onto the rocky descent of Good Vibes again. I hope you enjoyed this video and were able to get something out of it. I am sure there is a better trail in the Grand Valley for only kind of getting away from it all. Tell me in the comments below what you think that trail is. If you liked this video, please hit the like button. If you didn't, hit the thumbs down. And if you haven't already, please hit the subscribe button so I pop up in your feed when I put a new video out. As always, thank you so much for watching, and until next time, have a good one.